hours, hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This taken in at the goal line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Hall again on second down. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On play action, here's Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pick up there, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll give to Hall. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 130 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And remember, he put one on the ground last week. So the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a fumble loss.
And 0 excuses, but altogether not surprising. Rookie running backs have to adjust to the speed of the NFL. And it's not just in their running. It's the speed of defenders getting to them, how hard and aggressive they are in tackling, them raking at the football. So many things they didn't deal with in college, and that's one of the big adjustments that they have to make. Again, not a surprise, but he's got to figure it out.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Trouble 38.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. He's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mostert is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Tua going to try and run. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes it at the 7.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hall again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, Mostert. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now Mostert off the read option. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They run with Mostert off the option, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Brandon Powell. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Hall again on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll run with Hall. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run with Robinson. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Robinson again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch out now. 52. Striker. 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jets will take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Room here to run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, 59 yards. And the Jets strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I don't don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. In one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
On the counter, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Hall. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Couple of Alabama guys there, Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Shot 17.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
The tackle made at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Just a yard to go here on second down. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Run with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On second down, a run with Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing now is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game.
If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hall want to give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And Ndamukong Suh, unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on 1st down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let him come get the quarterback and dump it off. There could be some room to roam.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Give to Hall running right.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win.